What a lovely afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to rumble here at Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And it's Dmitry Bivol. Here's the man who took the boxing world by storm in 2022. He won the Fighter of the Year thanks in large part to his dominating win over Canelo Alvarez in Las Vegas. Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles at 4 different weight classes, including the heavyweight championship of the world.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner.
Usually you don't need a weather report for a boxing match, but we certainly do today. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Got him with a left jab. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Good counter punching. A lot of high hopes and aspirations from the fans and media alike as we get set for this main event under the sun.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
He threw a punch and just got countered. The straight right just misses. Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Got him there. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Bivol in that last round. Well, we know they've got the... There's the bell for round 2. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter punch. That counter shot lands. A perfect counter lands. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
punch caught him clean. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Get your mind back, get your focus back.
The bell rings and we start the third. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Hook misses. That punch lands. They both want the knockout. Well done with that counter shot. The jab not finding its target. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Perfect punch. Nice counter shot. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round.
What are you doing?
Back at it in round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Missing with the hook. The straight right just misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And he scores with the counter. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Bivol in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Well, sometimes.
Let him get back in.
Back into the fray here in round 5. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
How about that time counter shot? Can't score with that jab. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Swing and a miss with the hook. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's a counter shot. A perfect counter shot. That jab misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance without a doubt.
This is the beginning of round 6. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Nice counter shot. Throws the uppercut but misses. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Missed him with that uppercut. Do you believe this? They have no respect for each other's punching power. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Bivol in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Good.
You don't want to lose this fight, come on.
Round 7, here we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Another scoring shot there. Good counter punch. Straight right, just misses. They exchange punches. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Punch, counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Just misses with the right uppercut. Catch and shoot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round.
Come on, switch on.
And we enter the 8th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Jab slightly off target. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Nice counter. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, you don't see it very often, but here it is. This fight ends in a draw.
No complaints.